We lied, Jamaica.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Black Money Matters. I am your host, Jamaica Patrick. My co host, Dr. Karen Weaver, is actually speaking at a conference today. So she won't be on. She has been to a series of conferences. She's been to the State of Black People. I think that's what that conference was called. Um, She's been to the ACES conference in Jackson, Mississippi. She's been to a conference at Tougaloo in Jackson, and now she is at the National Urban League Conference. She is in high demand out there doing her thing, talking about, different things in her area of expertise, for everything from the water crisis to where we are as people to, mental health and things of that matter. And so she's out there doing her thing. So today, I just wanted to come on for not too long, just to talk a little bit about Black Money Matters and what's going on now. One of the biggest things that I wanted to highlight that we thought it was really, really important to talk about, and I'm going to pull it up right now, is this grant opportunity for nonprofits. Just want to make sure that this information is out there and that people have access to this information, because the deadline is quickly approaching. It is a Friday, I believe. Let me look it up. Let me click the button. And it's through the Michigan Nonprofit Association. It's called the Nonprofit Relief Fund. The application is open. And so it says Michigan small nonprofits can now formally apply for the $35 million relief fund. So if you're a small nonprofit, go on there, get your share. The intent to apply is to gauge the need and interest statewide. So if you fill out the intent to apply form, you need to log back in and complete the application. And so some of the things that you should know is nonprofits do not have to be a member of the Michigan Nonprofit Association. The application actually opened in March, but it'll close Friday at Friday, May 5th at 11:59 p.m. Eligible applications will be reviewed by the nonprofit and by community members, and applications will be scored based on demonstrated need, narrative, and supporting documentation. These grant awards will be dispersed starting in July 2023. And so that's not too far from now. So if you are a small nonprofit in need, I strongly suggest, and I just gave you like a few of the highlights. I strongly suggest, if you have not applied, you have 3 days. You need to hop on to the website, to the of the Michigan Nonprofit Association. You need to hop on and you need to apply for some of these funds. Read the directions. I just gave you just a general broad overview. I did not in any way, shape, or form give you all of the information. I gave you enough information so that you can log on and get some information yourself, and figure out, if that's something that you want to do and something that you need to do for your organization. I strongly suggest that folks go on and apply. They have, frequently asked questions, contact us, and all of those things. Now, I want to repeat that you only have until Friday. So this isn't a tomorrow thing. This is a get on there and do it today. To be eligible for this funding, organizations must be a 501c3 nonprofit, or a project that's fiscally sponsored by a 501c3. So if you have a 501c3 that acts as your fiduciary, you can apply. They must also be able to demonstrate necessary expenditures and or losses due to COVID-19 that were incurred after March 3rd, including a loss in public service revenue, costs for responding to the public health emergency to the pandemic, providing assistance to households, payroll protection, and other economic impacts negatively affecting service delivery. And so you guys need to go on there and see what it is, and try to apply. And so I wanted to tell people about that. I know that some other entities have been talking about that. And the reason that, if you haven't heard it, if this is your first time hearing it, hurry up, go on and apply. But if you have heard it from other entities, the reason we're all talking about it is because it's really, really important that nonprofits go apply for this fund, these funds, so that we can make sure that the nonprofits in our community are getting what they need. And so that's that. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And as many of you know, I am a social worker by training. I have a master's degree in social work. And Dr. Weaver is a psychologist, a child psychologist specifically. And so we will be doing something this month to highlight mental health awareness. And so I want you to stay tuned for that. Just know that that is a subject that is near and dear to both of our hearts. And we know, especially like things happen that will really like exacerbate mental health issues. So the water crisis, so the public health pandemics, so for some people who already had like underlining, they were struggling a little bit and had some of those underlining factors, they really started seeing some things happen. So we will be talking about that this month. We'll be doing some things this month, so stay tuned. Another thing that I want you to stay tuned for, and I'm going to ask Mickey to help me with this one, is we want to highlight small businesses. And as you know, we go around and we will go on location and we'll do things with businesses. But if you have a business and you want to talk about your business, we want to give people like 10 minutes of time on our show, and just have businesses come in for 10 minutes, talk about what you have, talk about, what you're selling, what product, what service, just really talk about your business. And so you are more than welcome on this episode or another episode to put your contact information, and Mickey will help us to figure out, who's who and what we're trying to do, because we really want you to come on. This show is about Black money. Black money matters. And we really believe that together we can create wealth in our communities. If we support each other, if we provide resources one to another, we can really help to build wealth, build generational wealth in our community. So those are the things I really wanted to come on and talk about. I know this isn't like a full show. It's more of a commercial type, if you will. But I just wanted to come on for a few minutes, hop on, make sure people knew about those Michigan Nonprofit Association dollars. Make sure people knew that we really want those small businesses who we haven't had a chance to reach out to, that wants to come on the show, talk about your product. I don't care what you're selling. You can be selling paper clips. Come on, tell us why we should buy your paper clips. Lashes, glasses, fingernail polish, whatever you're selling, houses, whatever you're selling, come on, talk about your business. Tell people about you and tell people why they should purchase from you. What makes you unique? What makes you that person? And we want to help you. We want to help you create generational wealth. That's what we're here for. That's the mission of Black Money Matters. And also, we have some really great guests lined up. We're going to be talking about everything from food to youth basketball. We have some really, really great guests lined up for this month and for next month. And so we want you to stay tuned while we're out here doing wonderful, positive things in the community. Dr. Weaver will be back next week so we can hear all about, what she's been up to. And I think Mickey is, I can't see any comments or anything. Or do we have any?
You just had Shawty Shaw said good evening.
Good
And
evening.
Kathleen King said good evening.
Good evening. And so that's what we really wanted to jump on and talk about. If you know a business, give them a shout out. Let us know. We want them on Black Money Matters. And so with that being said, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hopping on with me tonight. And thank you for this very short commercial style episode of Black Money Matters.
Peace.